WrestleMania 35 is just 3 weeks away, and in this video, I'll give you 7 tips to make the absolute most of your WrestleMania week live experience. And that video starts right now. What's going on out there, guys? It's your boy Tommy on the spot. Thanks so much for checking us out here today on Watchalong Wrestling. If you like what you see, make sure you leave a big like and subscribe to Watchalong Wrestling. Turn on that bell so you can get all of the notifications during WrestleMania season, as we will be there live and have you covered every step of the way. All right, so I've had the opportunity to actually attend 5 different live WrestleManias, and this year's no exception. And so by attending these WrestleManias, I've made some mistakes along the way, and I've also done a good job in making sure how to maximize the experience. And so I'm going to give you some tips to the trade there, okay? And make sure you watch this video all the way through so that you don't miss out on any of my tips. Number 7. The best day to arrive is Thursday. That's when it seems like most of the most hardcore fans are starting to arrive into the city. You start to feel that buzz in your stomach as wrestling fans are virtually everywhere you could possibly see. Plus, as you're arriving, you might be able to meet some wrestling fans along the way and find out some things that they're doing that will only help you maximize your WrestleMania experience. So Thursday's really the best day to do it. That's when all the events are kicking off. That's when WWE Access kicks off. Thursday is the best day for you to arrive if you're coming in for WrestleMania week. Number 6, attend a convention. All right, so this probably goes without saying, but conventions are some of the most fun that a wrestling fan can have during WrestleMania week. Whether it be WWE Access or WrestleCon, you'll have an opportunity to meet some of the best wrestlers, past or present, throughout any era of wrestling you can possibly think of. Obviously, you'll have to pay a little more if you want some of the upper echelon main event talent, but if you're okay just kind of taking in the ambiance and maybe meeting some of your favorite mid-card superstars, then a general admission ticket will only cost you between $30 and $40. Conventions are also cool because there's usually a lot of artifacts, there's usually a lot of really fun stuff that you can take pictures with, great photo ops. Go ahead and make sure that if you can't attend Access, you check out WrestleCon, though I'd honestly suggest checking out both. Number 5, attend an independent wrestling show. All right, so obviously if you're going into WrestleMania week, you're probably a huge WWE fan, and WWE can have you covered. If all you want to do is go see WWE events throughout the week, you can do that. There's the Hall of Fame, there's Access, NXT, SmackDown, Raw, and of course WrestleMania, among other events they probably have throughout the week as well. But while it's the biggest showcase for the WWE superstars, it's also the biggest week for many of the independent wrestlers around the world. These wrestlers realize that if they make a big splash during the biggest week of the year for wrestling fans, they're pretty much set for the entire year. So everybody is looking to give it all they have. Whether it be Ring of Honor Wrestling this year at Madison Square Garden, Impact Wrestling, House of Glory, Joey Janela's Spring Break events. There are so many different independent wrestling events that can virtually appeal to any type of wrestling fan that you may be. Go out of your way to find the best independent wrestling event that suits your needs. Number 4, take a break from the wrestling. Wait, what? There's someone on a wrestling channel telling me to take a wrestling break during WrestleMania week? What? Yep, that's right, I am. When you go down to WrestleMania week, the last thing in the world you want is to get to WrestleMania and be completely burned out by wrestling. Especially if you're attending 7 or 8 different wrestling shows before the WrestleMania actually starts. Unless you're there for the pageantry, and unless you're there for the over-the-top entrances, there's a great chance that that show, which could be 5-6 hours, will really burn you out. Not to mention, if you're traveling from out of state or traveling from out of the country, New York City has tons of things to do. Some of the best restaurants, some of the best sites. You can literally take one day away from wrestling, re-energize yourself, and explore the great city of New York City. If you have any questions about that, leave them in the comment section below. I've been in New York my entire life, and I could certainly hook you up with the best restaurants, the best places to visit, and anything else that you may have on your mind considering New York City. Number 3, make sure to save a little extra cash for wrestling merchandise. So while there are definitely some fans that have been to multiple WrestleManias, for some folks, this is their first WrestleMania. They've been waiting for this week of wrestling bliss throughout their entire life. So I say, take something home that'll help you to remember it. You can see behind me I've got the WrestleMania 33 shirt. I'm wearing the WrestleMania 32 shirt. So even though I've been to 5 WrestleManias, I have something to take back with me that shows that I went to each one and that I could look back and remember what it was like to be there during that week. Also, if you're attending these conventions, there's a lot of different pop-up shops or the WrestleMania Superstore that has a lot of great merchandise that you might be able to buy and then get signed by your favorite wrestler throughout the week. So make sure you save a little extra cash for the merchandise. Number 2. Sunday is for WrestleMania and nothing else. Over the last couple of years, WWE has really stacked the WrestleMania card. For better or for worse, there are sometimes up to 11, 12, 13, 14 different matches on the WrestleMania card. And if you're a completionist nerd like myself, who likes to get there for the pre-show matches, those sometimes can, coupled with the main show, go on for over 8 hours. I'm serious. I think WrestleMania 33 was 8 hours long, start to finish, from the start of the pre-show to the end of the actual main card. You don't want to try to squeeze something in on Sunday morning like Access that morning or something else, because otherwise you're going to be dead tired, exhausted during WrestleMania. My other advice would be to get there early. Listen, while this is a great experience for you, this is also a great experience for wrestling fans all over the world. And wrestling fans will converge in one place at one time, all leading up to the climax that is WrestleMania. So you want to get there early. You want to be there for the tailgate. You want to pass through the different tailgate options that might be available. Whether you start your WrestleMania early at the WrestleMania pub crawl, or you get to the arena early and hang out outside in the stadium parking lots, listening to WWE entrance themes, chowing down on some burgers, and seeing a bunch of cosplays come by. This will only add to the hype and allow you to take in the moment that is WrestleMania. All right, so this is it. The final tip that I have to make this the best WrestleMania week of your life. You've made it. You've gone to independent shows. You've gone to wrestling conventions. You have your merchandise. You attended WrestleMania. You went to NXT TakeOver. You did it all. And now the final tip is stay until Tuesday. That's right. If it's possible, stay until Tuesday to get the most out of your WrestleMania week. Listen. Everyone knows that Monday Night Raw, the night after WrestleMania, is where all the crazy stuff happens. It's where it all goes down, whether it be your NXT call-ups, your major returns, or your positioning of the next guy who's going to go for the world title. It usually happens on the Raw the night after WrestleMania. But that's not all. You want to wake up and you want to be there and experience that WrestleMania hangover with all the wrestling fans that are around you. You want to walk outside into town and you want to see all the fans that are wearing the WrestleMania shirts, wearing the wrestling shirts, and say, hey bro, great show last night, or hey bro, that sucked, but tonight's the night, we're going to have a lot of fun. So that is what you want to do. You want to stay there till Tuesday if it's possible. I understand sometimes it's not possible. There's been times where I've left on a Monday, but staying there until Tuesday and really just experiencing that hangover with all the wrestling fans is where it's at. Some people might be real sad. Some people might say, oh, it's already over, like the day after Christmas, right? Christmas comes, Christmas goes. The day after Christmas, you're like, oh, this sucks. At least you have another bunch of like 50 to 60,000 fans that have stuck around through Monday that you could experience all that with. Besides, this year, WWE has actually extended access to Monday during the day. So if you want, you can give yourself a full day of wrestling all throughout Monday. You can do Access, you can do Raw, and hell, afterwards you could even go to that Bruce Pritchard, Conrad Thompson, Jim Ross live talk-along that goes on after after Raw. So if you give yourself an opportunity, stay through Tuesday. It'd be great if you could stay through Wednesday and just might as well bang out SmackDown too. But do yourself a favor, don't run out the door early Monday morning. Hang out an extra day, give yourself a day to recuperate, and enjoy the end of your WrestleMania week. So that's going to do it. What have I left out? Leave your memories and things that you think I should have included in this list in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe to Watchalong Wrestling, as I'm going to be back here next week to tell you the 7 ways to enjoy WrestleMania week from home. Can't make the show? That's your episode. And there'll be a lot more things that I'm going to be talking about that are WrestleMania related right here on the site, leading up to full WrestleMania coverage live from MetLife Stadium in just 3 weeks. Until next time, everybody, thanks so much. This has been Tommy on the Spot for Watchalong Wrestling.